traffic lights. Traffic lights especially, it's like, dude, when your car's all the way in front of that white line, you're not even going to trigger the light to turn. We've got some pretty bad drivers here in Charlotte. I try not to be one of them. Some people may say that sometimes I am, but I try not to be. I think riding the motorcycle here has helped me a little bit in my car. And it's been a long time. When I was pretty young, I got in a fender bender or two, but you know, nothing too serious. And it's been a long time since then. But I do think even riding the motorcycle here has helped me in my car. Just have a little bit more following distance, and that, and just looking around a little more. Probably paying better attention to what's around me than, because you have to on the motorcycle. You have to. I mean, you're outside, the only thing you've got on is whatever protective gear you have. There's no airbags, there's no structure of the car, there's no roll cage, there's no anything. And then it's not just you, you know, if you crash the motorcycle, it's trying to watch out for everyone else on the road. Oh, awesome, there's a school bus, I'm gonna slow down. But, you know, so many things can happen, and it just, the way that people drive here in Charlotte. A few years ago, I would say that there's, you know, no accidents on the interstates, only some fender benders or whatever on the more populated back roads, or side roads, I should say. They're not back, but anyway, it just, but there's more and more accidents on the interstates nowadays. It seems like in the last year. And people drive like maniacs. I mean, I've been going 70 in a 65, and there's people passing me like I'm, you know, if I'm doing like I was doing 35, just flying past me. And they weave in and out, and it's just, I'm sure that happens everywhere, but it's crazy here. And that's why, you know, even up to a year ago, I'd tell you I was amazed by how few accidents there really were, but they're starting to go up now. But in the end of it, I think just getting in habits of what I do when I'm on the bike, I think are starting to translate into just when I'm driving my car. But that's a good thing, because you guys have seen in the videos, you've never really seen me do anything crazy on the bike. And I don't do anything crazy when I'm not on, you know, when I'm not filming either, so for me it's a good thing. I'm probably a safer car driver. And I don't know. I mean, you guys could tell me, leave a comment or something, and let me know what you guys think. If you have a motorcycle and a car, has riding your motorcycle, do you think it's made you a better driver in your car, a safer driver? Maybe the other way around. Do you ride your motorcycle kind of like a maniac, and now you find yourself driving your car that way too, or is there really no difference? Man, this thing does sound good with that muffler on. I mean, like I said, I like the FZ07, that twin, the parallel twin with the, I don't know how much, if it follows what Yamaha advertises as a cross plane, it fires at 180 degrees. I've heard that with like Akrapovic or however you say it, and that thing sounds mean. But compared to stock, this is not loud. It's not loud, but it gives it that sound. I like it. I'm glad I put it on here. In the long run, it'll probably help for resale, because that's the first thing everybody does is put exhaust on. So I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I've said it a few times about doing a gear review, and I should do it. I'll probably do that next. We'll just see what happens, I guess. If I get too carried away with riding and filming, then there might be another ride in between. But as far as today goes, I'm just out for a ride. Gonna go to lunch. Gonna go to Moe's Southwest Grill. For those of you who don't have Moe's or in your area and don't know what that is, anyone in the Northwest, where my region where I grew up, it's real similar to a Taco Del Mar. And those of other people around the country or other countries around the world, I don't know what you have. But Moe's is not considered it's Moe's Southwest Grill. It's not considered Mexican, it's considered Southwest, but they do burritos, tacos, quesadillas, and salads. And I think they have nachos too, but so I call it Mexican. I say I'm gonna get Moe's, get Mexican, but it's pretty good. Basically, the menu's real small. There's like 2 different kinds of tacos and 2 burritos and 2 salads, and basically you just, depending on which one you tell them you want, they know, whether you really have your choice of all the ingredients or whether you have all the like the veggies, or maybe one of them has queso included and one of them is extra charge for queso if you get it. I don't know, but it's a lot like if you don't know anything about it, it's then kind of like a Subway, where you tell them the basic of what you want, then you go down the line of, you want rice, what meat do you want, what kind of beans you want, what kind of vegetables you want. So it's a lot like a Subway. Anybody can relate to a Subway. You're walking down the glass telling them what you want on it as they're making it, and that's basically what it is. Burritos, tacos, salads, whatever, like a Subway. So, and to me it tastes really good. Some people, there's another one that's in, I don't even know what all areas of the country or the world, but in this part of the country, there's another, how I want to say it, it's called Chipotle. A lot of people like Chipotle around here. I personally like Moe's better. Chipotle is good, but I just personally like Moe's a little bit better. I think Chipotle is actually, they have one back home. I think it's I go telling you guys I increased my following distance. I'm actually kind of right on that guy. We'll back it up a little bit here. But it's another real nice day, and just wanted to go out for a ride. It's kind of been raining all week, and if it hasn't been raining, it's been just overcast, and the threat of rain was up in 70% chance of rain or whatever, and even if and I just didn't want to take the chance of riding. I hope the weather's been nice wherever you guys are at. Hope everyone gets to go ride. I went out the other day again. Gotta go get and rode my go-karts again. I don't know whenever you guys are gonna see this, if you have any interest in one. I put a video up of me driving it. Everything's for sale. Not that I don't want it anymore, I kind of want to get rid of the one I have. There's a different class, different engine that I want to run, and it's just really hard to sell the engine by itself, so I kind of want to, we'll go this way, why not? I want to sell it. So if you guys have any interest, you can contact me about it. But I actually had got a new chassis, go-kart chassis, and I switched the engine over to it. And I took it out the other day and I drove it around. It's pretty good. I like the chassis. Definitely glad I got another one. And that was a police motorcycle. He didn't really do the wave, but I saw a finger or a thumb go up there off the handlebar. That's pretty cool. I don't mind cops, I guess. I'm on a sport bike, and cops in cars or whatever, they might. I haven't had any trouble. I try not, like I said, I try not to do things to attract trouble to myself. And everybody will say they don't like cops when they get pulled over, but and I don't like that, but I don't mind cops. I'll stop, say if I need directions or something, I'll ask a cop in a heartbeat, because they will know where I want to go. They will tell me how to get there. But talking about the go-kart stuff, I got a new chassis. I wanted to go a little faster, and I thought a chassis would help me out with that, and I believe it did. I ended up running like the same lap time as my old chassis just that first day, but didn't handle as good, didn't drive as good, and I don't blame that on the chassis. It was my first day out with it, and instead of, I wasn't there all day, wasn't there all day tuning on it. I basically just put the engine on it, took it out there, and made sure that I had everything hooked up right, that the chassis was going to be okay. And so I think when I work on it a little bit and I get it to handle and drive a little better, I'll pick up some speed, which is exactly the reason I bought it. But like I say, so it's kind of everything's for sale ultimately. But I have two go-karts, and I don't need two go-karts, or I have two chassis. And so I kind of would like to take the engine back off my new one and put it on the package. But the other kind of engine that I want to run, that I want to get into racing, I could probably sell my old chassis, just the chassis by itself, and that would pay for the engine that I want. And then I just have to go about trying to sell the other engine, the engine I have now. So it'll all work out. I hope it works out sooner than later as far as timetable, but I was here first, you dick. Just looking at me through the window. It's clearly at the stop sign first. People around here, they're just, like I said, a year ago I would have told you I was amazed at the accidents we didn't have. Because the people around here, even if they're not distracted by being on their phones or anything at all, even if they're not distracted, they drive like idiots. They just drive like they're the only one on the road and they can do whatever they want. It's not really that you have like some areas, you know, really high traffic, and you have people that just, they don't want to let you merge in or change lanes, or they just, you know, they're kind of dicks. People around here aren't that way necessarily, but they just do things like that. Like, they don't really have a big sense of, you know, right away or patience, or like I said, they'll be running, sometimes I know it's 90, 95, maybe even 100 miles an hour down the interstate, and just weaving in and out of cars, you know, no turn signal, no regard for anybody in the next lane. It's, I run up on a car and I see that car and I have to switch lanes because I'm blowing past you, and just do whatever they want to move over and to pass. So, like I said, I've tried to do what they teach you and be a defensive motorcycle rider and not be part of the problem. I don't know that I'm part of the solution, but I try not to be part of the problem. And even though that wasn't big, that wasn't a wreck or anything, but I mean, I was clearly there, gonna take off and go, and he just rolls out like there's nothing. And then if you saw the car to my left, before I'm rolled out in the intersection, stopping, waiting for that guy who shouldn't have went, and then the car to my left just starts to roll out also. So anyway, I don't want to rant too much. I do that, ramble on, rant. I know I do that kind of stuff already, but about to pull in, eat some lunch. So as I said before and say always, I hope you guys are riding safe and enjoy being out on your motorcycles. I'll see you guys on the next ride.